Hey everybody, so since we're all stuck waiting in the FF14 queue, and because my old modding tutorial is extremely out of date, I figured it was about time to make a new one. So there is good news. It's now easier than ever to get your Final Fantasy VII looking amazing. This guide will be for the Steam version, however it is also doable with the original PC release. Instructions for that are going to be on the Reunion website. Shoutouts to the Reunion creators for being so thorough. I of course take no credit for the creation of any of these mods, just showing you the easiest way to install them. That said, let's get started. So first of all, install a clean copy of Final Fantasy VII on Steam. If you have any mods or anything already installed, delete them and reinstall the game so that your copy is 100% clean. Next, install all of the files included in my description. These are all available via the Reunion website, so shoutouts to the devs for keeping this as easy as possible. There are also several other mods you may want on there, such as an updated soundtrack, but the ones I included will give you the best remaster experience. I downloaded these all into a new folder I just called FF7 mods. So once you've got Reunion, the Nino style models, and the upscaler downloaded, we can finally get started. First of all, open the Reunion folder, which will bring up this lovely installer. Plug in your FF7 install folder, which you can find in Steam by right-clicking on the game and hitting Browse Local Files. Then click the search bar up top and copy and paste it into the Reunion installer, then let it do its thing. Then in the FF7 folder, you should see the Reunion folder. Then you want to open the options.ini file, read through it, and adjust your settings as you wish. Leave off Model Overhaul because it will clash with other mods. Other than that, I enabled 60 FPS. You may use the interpolated mode if you want to. It can make the game look a little wonky, but the 60 FPS is nice, so try both, see what you prefer. Also enable full screen mode if you like. Now I'll show you what Reunion by itself does. So sorry, I have the model overhaul on, so that's just why my models look like this, but your controls may be a little wonky. Mine defaulted to WASD to move, L was my enter button, M was my back button, and P was my menu. Use this to navigate to the config and adjust your controls however you want. PlayStation controller support works if done through the Steam launcher, but you may need to be customized in Steam. You may also now press select plus whatever button is set to enter to skip the opening cutscene, which is very helpful in testing. So now that you've confirmed Reunion is installed and fixed your controls, we move on to the model change and upscaling. As with the last time, I love the look of the Nino style mods, made to look like the original Final Fantasy VII concept art, so I'm going to install those, as well as Satsuki Yatoshi's upscaling mod, which will upscale everything from the backgrounds, the battle backgrounds, the textures all into HD. So this is going to be very simple, thankfully. First, we'll do the Satsuki mod. In the zip folder, you should see a readme and a global folder. Very simply, drag and drop the global folder into the Reunion folder. Let it do its thing. This might take a minute due to the upscaled FMVs being fairly large files. If it pops up asking to replace anything it asks for. After this is done, same as last time, launch the game from the Steam launcher and make sure it worked. It should be pretty clear immediately if it worked. So as we can see, the backgrounds are upscaled now thanks to some wonderful AI upscaling. Every texture in the game, from the world textures to the backgrounds, now look infinitely better. Now there's only one thing left to do. Let's get in those new models. Now navigate back to that FF7 mods folder, click on the Nino style mods, and you now have a choice between the standard or chibi world models. I'm going to show what both look like. If you want just the standard full-size models, drag the folder that says direct into the Reunion global folder. If you want the chibi models, which in my opinion work much better with the game and look much less glitchy, install the standard ones first, and then all you need to do is click on the direct chibi folder, then drag those files straight into the direct folder, overwriting anything it asks for. The only other step is to go to the Reunion folder and then go into the base folder from there and delete the folder that says model original fixes. This clashes very much with the models we're installing, so definitely do that. The base Nino style models are meant to look more realistic and full-sized, which is great, but since the game was designed more around chibi style models, some things may look strange in specific scenes, but I know some people will much prefer this, and that's totally fine. Now here I'm showing the chibi models, which in my opinion are the last piece of the puzzle to make this truly look like an official remaster. That's your call if you want to use the chibis, but I genuinely think they're much more accurate to how the game should look, and of course once in battle it switches to the realistic ones anyway, as the original game did. And that's that, you're now playing the original Final Fantasy VII in the most modern possible way. There's still plenty of room for more customization, and a couple other cool things Reunion allows, like the speed up feature, which is very helpful. I'll leave a link to the readme below, which will explain the rest of the intricacies better than I can, but I will also be doing a full playthrough of this on my channel with these mods on. So if you want to see that, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Feel free to leave me any questions in the comments below. I like to think I covered everything, but I'm sure there's something I missed. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I've been meaning to update my FF7 modding guide forever, and I like to think I've gotten better at this whole video making thing since then. So guys, hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, everybody.